Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have some partly cloudy skies out there this morning with temperature around 67 degrees and just a light breeze. A nice day ahead of us before we see some active weather moving into the area. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have high pressure over the northeast that will continue to move eastward as we go throughout the day, and Tropical Storm Nicole, that is inland over Florida at the moment, will make its way up the east coast as it transitions to an extratropical cyclone, and that will bring us some active weather as we move into our Friday. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's sounding, we have fairly light winds through the column, starting off easterly near the surface, becoming southeasterly to southerly as we go up through the column, and then becoming westerly as we get above 20,000 feet, and the peak wind in the low levels around 17 knots, with a freezing level around 14,300 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite, we have lots of low cloud in the area that will progressively make its way into our region as we go throughout the day today, as well as some high clouds that are streaming into the region as well. Otherwise, temperatures in the 60s with a light wind locally. If we look at the short-term high-resolution models, see how things play out as we go throughout the day today, expecting nice conditions, remaining dry. We will see clouds start to build into the area, continuing to be the case as we go through the overnight hours and into our Friday, becoming overcast, and then we'll see rain chances start to push into our region by late morning, becoming likely by late morning, early afternoon for today, Friday. Do have a slight chance of seeing some embedded thunderstorms with these showers as well, and we'll see those winds start to crank up with some gusts up to 30 knots possible. And then as we go throughout the later part of the day, could see a break in the rain showers and then another round of showers possibly moving through in the overnight hours, but we will keep those windy conditions with winds peaking likely through the overnight hours with some gusts up to 35 knots possible, and then the rain will start to taper down as well as the winds as we get into Saturday morning. We zoom out and take a look at the long-term forecast. Starting off Saturday morning, we see the active weather starts to exit the area. We'll see partly cloudy, mostly sunny period during the day Saturday with mild to warm temperatures, and then as this upper level trough continues to dig across the east, could see a boundary bring us maybe some light rain showers or some light sprinkles for the morning hours Sunday before those start to exit the area, and high pressure builds in for our Monday, setting up for a nice and quiet day to start the next work week. And then we have this next disturbance that will be moving into the area late Tuesday into Wednesday, possibly bringing us a chance of seeing some more rain activity for the middle of the week before exiting the area, and some other models indicating possibly some more wet weather for the end of the week. This one not quite showing that, but we'll see how that transpires as we get into the beginning of next week. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart, we are green across the board until we get into the morning hours, with just a slight chance of seeing some precip, light shower or sprinkle arriving earlier than the rest of the activity. But otherwise green across the board, expecting temperatures to get up to around 70 degrees today. Winds remaining fairly light out of the east at 8 to 13 knots, and then becoming more easterly as we go through the overnight hours, becoming southeasterly by the morning hours, and we'll see those gusts start to pick up as we get after sunrise tomorrow, with gusts around 21 knots and continuing to increase as we go throughout the day, but expecting a low just around 62 around midnight tonight, and then we'll see temperatures start to creep up as we get that more southerly flow. Right now, tides are running about a half of a foot above normal, and as we look at the next couple of days, Friday looking to be a somewhat messy day with windy conditions. Again, gusts up to 30 knots with a high around 71, so it will be on the warm side, but we'll have those rain showers likely by the late morning, early afternoon, and that chance of an embedded thunderstorm as well. So we are red for precip, as well as those winds that are above 25 knots, and we have a yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities as well as lightning. As we go into Friday evening, expecting continued conditions very similar with another round of showers likely overnight, but we'll see those peak winds up to 35 knots overnight through the overnight hours, and then we'll see things start to diminish as we get into the morning hours Saturday, with the rain chances leaving the area as well as winds becoming a little bit lighter as we get into the morning hours Saturday, but we are red for our Friday night for precip and winds that are above 25 knots, as well as yellow for lightning and reduced sealants of visibility. As we go into Saturday, expect clouds to start to break up, becoming partly cloudy to mostly cloudy again, and then we'll see those clouds start to increase later into Saturday evening and into Sunday, but remaining slightly breezy in the morning, so we do have that yellow chance of seeing winds that are above 25 knots, particularly early in the day, and then we'll see those winds calm down just a bit with a high around 71. As we go into Sunday, about a 20% chance of seeing that light rain shower or two for the morning hours Sunday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and slightly breezy with a high around 62. We'll see cooler air move into the area Sunday evening with a low around 35, and a quiet day for Monday with a high around 50, and another cool evening of 37 Monday evening, and then we'll see clouds start to increase as that next disturbance looks to move into the area for the middle of the week, becoming mostly cloudy for Tuesday with a chance of rain moving in later in the day into the PM hours on Tuesday, and then continuing into the morning hours Wednesday. Highs for both of those days in the mid-50s with a low Tuesday evening around 43, and looking at about a 40% chance of seeing that rain move through as we get into the middle of the week. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have a holiday tomorrow, but we will return on Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.